Hello, welcome back to another video in my daily upload series for the month of November. Before I start today's topic, just wanted to go a little bit in depth about the subject matter I am sketching. Specifically here, I am doing some test sketches for some concepts I was thinking of for Veloria, a character that I have mentioned a couple times in my design labs. I actually did a few sessions on designing her character there, and I have touched on her significance to the plot of Trailblazers in some Instagram posts. And today's topic is going to be about Veloria. Not so much her character, because I want to do proper character description videos for a lot of the cast, but more so about her conception, where she came from, and kind of my ideas and thoughts behind her and putting her in the cast in the first place. Veloria is basically my version of Yuna. From the moment I saw Final Fantasy X and I saw Yuna's character design, it just immediately struck a chord in me. There's something about how poised and elegant she is, but also how calm and thoughtful she can be, juxtaposed with the personality traits of being very resolute and not necessarily confident, but just firm in her belief that she can do good in the world. It was very inspirational, and I think that's what actually initially set up the party dynamic for Trailblazers. It was later on influenced by other key franchises such as Kingdom Hearts and Fire Emblem, but Veloria's role is similar to that of the High Summoner's role in Final Fantasy X in regards to the main cast. And Kent and Fi basically take on the role of Tidus. One of the reasons I wanted to have a central figure like Veloria in my story is because there's a lot of strong personalities in the main cast of Trailblazers. And there's a lot more personalities in the main cast than what Yuna had to deal with in Final Fantasy X. In Final Fantasy X, Yuna had a party of 6 guardians, and each guardian was pretty well fleshed out and had their own story. But for Trailblazers, the main cast is a cast of 12. Veloria's demeanor as a leader is going to be extremely important into balancing all these party dynamics going on with such a large main cast. And I felt like one based off of the idea of Yuna would probably be the strongest suited to help unify the cast in a way that readers could appreciate and enjoy each individual character, and also for the sake of the plot so that there could actually be good progress. I'm also really fascinated with concepts of nobility and dignity in how leaders should present themselves to the public and how they should live their lives. A character based off of Yuna would be most suited to exploring those types of themes. It's interesting because Veloria didn't actually come into the picture like fully formed until 2019. Although I've had like this placeholder for her in the story. Basically, when I was thinking up scenarios for Trailblazers, I was just putting Yuna in there and then seeing how Yuna would act. But then eventually, as I started finally fleshing out her design in 2019, I started realizing more holistically what Veloria was and how she departed from the idea of Yuna and how she became her own character. I think Veloria differs from Yuna in the sense of how she decides to live her life. Veloria is a very pragmatic person. Oftentimes, she will default to the simpler solution or a solution that is not overly complicated. And I like how that type of view on life might give certain characters in the plot the idea that Veloria is simple or not up to snuff. Showing those types of characters what Veloria is really capable of and how that actually perfectly complements her ability to lead is going to be pretty interesting to explore. There's a whole lot more I want to say about Veloria, but that'll have to wait for another video. So I hope this was a little bit more informative about the type of character Veloria was and kind of how I decided to create her and put her in the plot. And as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And if you'd like to keep up to date with my video shenanigans, I'm doing 1 video a month for the entire month of November, and I'll also be producing more content in the future. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to keep up to date with any of my art shenanigans, you can follow me over on Instagram. And last but not least, a link to my Discord is in the description box below. Check it out. You won't regret it. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.